this frog should have turned to ash.
It even has some ashes on the bottom. It's kind of gray. And it got a little bit on the edge of some heat, but it didn't contort it or anything. And it seems mostly hollow, but the skin is totally solid and intact.
There have been a lot of people that have been talking about the subject of meltology. A really good example on top of my head is a place called Red Rocks State Park in California. It looks melted. And there's other examples as well. And so things we think of as mountains, like the Rocky Mountains, are actually buildings.
You look at the city of San Francisco in the early 1870s, and not a soul around. When you have a broken command structure and somebody else is calling the shots, that's really curious to me, because that's the same thing that happened.
They flipped the police chief Pelletier, who was from the Vegas shoot. They made 10 emergency declarations all about Uncle Billy's and all about Banyan Drive and all this stuff. And to believe it or not, the Sunshine Law, where they removed the Sunshine Law or suspended it, it wasn't in these 10 proclamations that they really promoted and really blew up all over the news. It was in this quiet little affordable housing act on the side. Truly, it does look like only the places they wanted. Safeway didn't get hit. The gas stations didn't get hit. One thing was crazy is that over 24 hours later, they were still letting the fire burn. The fire was blowing so fast, the wind, it said it moved 1 mile in 10 seconds.
I mean, in my head, I've got, these rows of cars that are just completely burned.
It's like it's been destroyed with or something from an angle, just completely destroyed.
Then step back and say, oh, that was natural, or too bad, so sad. And all those people are left homeless and they don't get any help. They're not getting any answers. And the current administration also has the slogan of Build Back Better, which was the excuse given for these other great fires. Well, everything was wooden. So look what we did. We built it back with this solid brick. I think what we're seeing now was never supposed to happen this quickly. I think all of these things were supposed to happen without us even being aware of it.
I can only think, why else would you want to do that? It gets rid of everything. There's no fingerprints. There's nothing. It's done.